Of the season, we see some teams, Chris, really start to shuffle things around with injuries. And what's it like playing on a team that is dealing with a lot of players that are injured?
It's frustrating. You don't know how much confidence to have in your team. You don't know what to believe in, what not to believe in. Rehabilitation is one of the most frustrating parts of playing in the game because it's boring, it's monotonous. You just continue to do the same thing every day. You start to feel kind of disconnected from your team, and you kind of start feeling down and bad. And so that feeling can become contagious on a team with injuries because you really honestly know that there's nothing else you can do but wait to heal. And so that's really frustrating. So being on a team with a lot of players injured, it's just frustrating. The only thing you can do is to encourage those players that are getting playing time to use this time to improve their game so that when everyone does come back, hopefully some good will come out of it.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the 76ers, Redick and Covington make up the perimeter. Dario Saric is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Simmons in at the point guard. Here's Dunn after Ben Simmons' bucket. Levine kicks to Holiday. He feeds it to Markkanen. Lopez dishes to Dunn. 4 on the shot clock. Releases from 15. Rebound by the 76ers. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And they definitely kept their eyes on the prize. Put on a real entertaining comeback. And that's a feel-good game when you can win like that.
Now here's Redick. 14 points from him the last game against Miami.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Markkanen with it. Pass to Dunn. Dishes it to Markkanen. Lopez outside. Kick out to Levine. Shoots over Redick. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, when you're at a size disadvantage, sometimes the mid-range is better than inside. You get a little more space. You don't allow the shot blocker to get up on you, and also you can use your handles and your quickness. Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Some solid defense from Saric.
Oh, that's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him there.
Covington kicks to Saric. Simmons left side. That one no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Or selfishness. I mean, this is what happens when you don't make the extra pass. Your field goal percentage can go south.
Now, here's Dunn after Ben Simmons' miss. Here's Lopez, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
And the length Lopez possesses is tough to combat. I mean, he uses his body well to draw contact on the way up. Well, and Robin Lopez, the big piece that came to the Bulls in the Derrick Rose trade, he's always been a solid center. Plays solid defense on the block and isn't lost when it's stretched out. He does a good job of protecting the rim as well.
That free throw, no good. And with Robin Lopez, a very imposing player on the court, but he's also one of the more colorful characters, Chris, in the league. A very, very funny guy.
Well, I don't know what happened with him and mascots as a kid, but he's been taking his revenge out on them his whole career. He brings a great vibe to the locker room that helps with that team chemistry.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
Lopez. Now, this guy, he's a reliable role player, a stiff defender, and an intelligent shooter as well.
Simmons passes to Embiid, and it's sent back by Lopez. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now, here's Dunn, guarded by Simmons. Levine dishes to Markkanen. Back to Levine. Lopez a screen. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Dunn. Second chance shot. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And you have got to commend the leaping ability of Dunn, especially on the glass where he just skies for those rebounds.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The free throw drops in for Dunn.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
Here's Saric. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez is out there to set the tone defensively. I mean, he's a wildly strong defender who sends shots back with authority.
Holiday with the three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity. Treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks. And the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. Now, though, I think they found their treasure trove.
Here's Redick. The Bulls knocking down the three. Here's Simmons. An easy 2 points on the layup. Simmons got 8 points.
Now, his touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
Now here is Holiday. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. In the corner, it's Levine. Another three for Chicago.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Embiid the screen. There's the pass to Covington. The feed to Embiid. Uncovered. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, even when you get a hand up, it's hard to really affect his shot.
Holiday sets the pick for Levine. And Embiid with the block. Fast break, Philadelphia. All going up court. And the wide open shot from Redick. Again, Philadelphia.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around, drills the three-pointer.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
Now here's Saric. Against Miami, he was really on his game. And here is Markkanen. Outside, Levine. And the Bulls, another three.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Redick, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Covington kicks to Embiid. And Dunn over to help. Embiid inside, and stolen by Dunn. He dishes it to Lopez. Embiid with the steal, and now the 76ers on the break. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. There's a good screen. Passes to Levine. The dish to Dunn. 5 to shoot. Fires the three. And it's Levine that time on the assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now Redick. Pass to Saric. Shoots over Markkanen. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have come out with solid offensive strategies. And then, of course, guys are finishing.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yeah, I'm with you. Disgraceful performance and an issue that might be tricky to fix.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Johnson, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Booker comes in for Saric. Luwawu-Cabarrot, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons. Portis, the pass to Grant. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Grant's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, just a solid screen to free him up. Makes the layup possible.
Pass to Luwawu. Back to McConnell. On the wing, Booker. Poked loose. And there's the pass to Luwawu. From outside, off the mark. The Bulls leading by 6. Grant kicks to Nwaba. And it falls over the rim and in.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
And some players, you just kind of know that they'll end up in coaching. Just the way they approach the game and go about themselves. Chris, having played Hoiberg during your career, did you ever see him becoming a head coach?
Well, it's not as easy to tell your opponents versus your teammates. Didn't have a really close relationship with him. Didn't know his expectations, never played with him. So, no, I never saw it coming.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Booker left side. Back to McConnell. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Johnson the screen. Baseline try. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
He's developed a nice in-between game. The D gave him way too much cushion.
Here's the screen. Back to Grant. Out to the right wing. Zipser gets the three-pointer to fall. Zipser's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The 76ers trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's McConnell. Defense is right there. It's blocked. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Shot clock at 6. Bellinelli with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The outside shooting of Bellinelli really opens up the floor for everyone else. His stroke from outside is just straight cash.
Passes it to Nwaba. Here's Zipser. Feeds it to Valentine. And he banks in the layup. And the Bulls lead by 8.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. McConnell passes to Luwawu. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And he gets it to go.
And you know what? He's underrated there, Johnson, with length, athleticism, and he can finish with either hand inside.
Here's Zipser. Grant outside. Just 5 to shoot. Trying his luck deep. And off target that time from Zipser. The 76ers trail by 6. McConnell passes to Luwawu. Back to McConnell. Here's Luwawu. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's the screen. Fires from deep. Chicago grabs the miss. Here's Portis. And no good trying to get that one. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We'll return shortly. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball. And obviously that's a polarizing topic for some people. They like me, some people don't like me. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I went to school there, I got to play there, and I graduated from Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
You know, and listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kev. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets corrected.
They've got Grant. Vonleh's out there with Valentine. And it's Portis in at the center position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Grant. Kicks to Valentine. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Bulls.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
The 76ers trail by 8. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. McConnell kicks to Booker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And one of those lunch pail players. You love him, Greg. Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys. Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Booker. Chris, we all know you were a big Pistons fan growing up, and of course that means that you had plenty of chances to root against the Chicago Bulls. When you go back and you think about when you were young, was there one Bulls player that you loved to hate, so to speak?
You know, a little secret, I always cheered for Detroit, but I never hated the Bulls. Isaiah and Jordan were my favorite players. That's a little bit of a cop-out along with Magic, Bird, Dominique. But no. I really loved Artis Gilmore as well coming before. But no, I really can't say I had a player on the Bulls that I didn't really like.
Now here's Valentine. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And it's good for 2. Valentine's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Bellinelli. 17 points in his last outing. Johnson kicks to Booker. Over Vonleh. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Booker.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Grant the pass to Nwaba. Grant outside. Portis can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 6. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. They grab their own miss. Johnson, good.
Oh, that's all because of the persistence from Johnson, battling for the second chance bucket.
Bulls have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Grant kicks to Valentine. Screen by Grant. Dishes to Vonleh. Bulls moving the ball around. And stolen by Booker. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. McConnell with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. No good from Booker.
The defense recognizing the situation and getting right in his face once he got close to the bucket.
Here's Portis, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Well, as a Michigan man, Chris, we know you're always following Big Ten action. Who are your favorite players out of the Big Ten currently playing in the NBA?
Man, I don't know if I'll be able to go home after this, but I love Mike Conley. And
You'd be in trouble, I know.
Oh, man, I love his game. I love everything about him. His father, he comes from an athletic family. I just hate the fact that he's a Buckeye. But he's one of my favorites. And, of course, you know, you got to look at a kid named Tim Hardaway Jr. and Glenn Robinson III, dunk contest winner. Those guys went to a pretty good university in the Big Ten. So
they did.
There's a lot of great talent coming out of the Big Ten.
Can I mention a couple others like Draymond Green from just down the road in Ann Arbor, who played in East Lansing? Can I talk about him?
I love Draymond. When he was growing up, watching him play in Michigan in high school, I always knew he was going to be a great talent. So, yeah, even though he wore the green and white in college, still a big fan of his, too. I think the Big Ten is definitely representing well in the NBA.
Simmons dishes to Saric. Back to Simmons. There's a good screen. Five on the clock. He kicks to Embiid. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And for Joel Embiid, some real tough times to start his NBA career. Greg sidelined, as we know, for the first 2 seasons with injuries. And just when he got going in season 3, he was dealt a knee injury.
Yeah, it has not been easy. And remember, Joel Embiid is so competitive. You know, he came to the game late, but fell for it hard. And this is what he lives for, to be out on the court helping his team compete.
First free throw is good, and the Bulls making a change here. Markkanen's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Robert Covington's checked in for Bellinelli. He's off on the second. And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
They set the pick. And Holiday kicks to Markkanen. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 6 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Now here's Simmons. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Miami.
Kevin, and he was nasty on defense as well with 4 big steals on the night.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Dunn after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Vonleh, the pass to Holiday. From 13. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Saric.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Holiday. He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
And stolen by Redick. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Chris Dunn picks one up.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive. And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
He misses the free throw. Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change.
Well, we talk so much about what it's like on the floor, Chris, but I wonder what it was like off the floor when you were on the bench watching the team play and what was going through your head and mind. What did you and your teammates talk about as you were on the bench taking a rest and watching the game go on?
It depends on which game. You know, if you're in L.A. and you see, you know, Eddie Murphy and Rihanna walk in, you're going to say, hey, look at Beyonce and Jay over there. Or, you know, if you're watching a great play and you see a guy dunk on your teammate, you're not going to get too excited, but you're going to whisper to your teammate, man, did you see that? That's crazy. Or, you know, you're pumping up guys because they've been working so hard in practice, and it's a guy who's getting his first time to kind of get in and get a good run. So you're cheering him on. And so being on the bench, you know, it's a lot of fun. You have to stay focused and ready to re-enter the game. But part of that job on the bench is to keep the energy of the bench, and that's to keep guys encouraged, to be loose, to have fun. And so it's a lot of fun being on the bench. It's more fun when you're winning than losing, but a lot of fun being on the bench encouraging guys.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop. But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on them here in the second quarter, think again.
Dunn dishes to Lopez. Redick against Levine. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now here's Redick. 9 points in the game so far. And Saric kicks to Simmons. 5 on the clock. Over Dunn. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. And that's 11 points for Ben Simmons. Redick against Levine. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
And the Bulls making a change here. Zipser's checked in. Free throw good, Levine. And certainly while the injury for Zach LaVine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injury. LaVine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential. Still.
Move shot.
That's good from Simmons.
The Bulls have been very active in revamping this roster. A lot of trades and player movement. They were worried of becoming a treadmill team.
And so he makes both from the line. With some lackluster finishes to their season the last couple years, that worry of finishing poorly isn't going away for Bulls fans. But luckily, the Bulls have a history, Chris, of shaking things up.
It's never easy to make that choice. The front office has been proactive in shaking things up. Not easy, but they're committed to change right now.
He feeds it to Redick. Outside, Simmons. Saric inside. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Offensive rebound. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. For Philadelphia, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
2 shots.
That's good from Simmons.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Tries again, and it's Lopez laying it in. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Oh, well, Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to haul in the boards.
Saric passes to Simmons. And there's the feed to Embiid. Lopez with the steal. From 13, and that one comes up a bit short. You were talking about the fit for these young Sixers. A bit of a logjam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Redick against LaVine. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Redick.
The mid-range jumper, one of his specialties.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. He dishes it to LaVine, and stolen by Redick. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Saric. Got a hand on it.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Clock at 6. Simmons left side. Over Dunn. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Simmons got 16. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. LaVine against Redick. It's stolen by Saric. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Here's Simmons. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Chris Dunn picks one up.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked them. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We've played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position, the right situation.
76ers trailing. McConnell passes to Luau. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, he stays around the rim, doesn't he? I mean, Johnson, right place, right time.
Lopez a screen. Off the screen. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. Lopez has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, I mean, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
Pass to McConnell. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of the game. Stolen away. Zipser kicks to Grant. Lopez a screen. Grant, that's good. And it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. There's a good screen. McConnell passes to Luau. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Simmons. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Bulls out front, up 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
Hello again,
Show.
everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Chicago came ready to play. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive and offensive plays. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. And into the second quarter, momentum started to shift slightly as they gave up some of that lead, ending the half up 3. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you later.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm he gave them in that first half. The three ball just kept falling.
Well, and credit Coach for repeatedly calling his number, because if it ain't broke, don't mess with it.
The Bulls leading by 3. Taking a look at the 76ers. Redick and Covington make up the perimeter. Embiid is out there with Saric. And it's Simmons in at the 1 spot.
And the shooting mechanics that Markkanen has are just phenomenal. His form, the release point, everything, it looks good every time it leaves his hands.
Redick for 3. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that one up.
Lopez kicks to LaVine. Markkanen with it. Charges there. And Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
Now here's Redick. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And J.J. Redick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch. Always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
And he knocks down the first one. Hey, Greg, with Redick, that great shooting form he has is one of the reasons his game has aged so well.
And a lot of people wondered if Redick would be able to last in the NBA when he was drafted. Might have one of the longest careers of that draft class. Just keeps producing at any age.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
The Bulls leading by 3. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Redick against LaVine. There's the dish to Markkanen. Misses the 3. And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The 76ers trail by 3. And here's Redick. 16 points for him. Embiid sets the pick for Simmons. Down low. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Simmons. 7 points for Joel Embiid.
Beautiful to see Simmons working in pick and roll sets. He just knows when to shoot as well as when to pass to his teammates.
Now here's Dunn outside LaVine. There's the pick. Dunn kicks to Lopez. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Now Dunn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting his free throws with consistency, because he has the temperament to draw fouls.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Chris, you played during an era against a team that many consider the greatest of all time, that 96 Chicago Bulls team with Jordan and Pippen and a great roster. Just thinking back to that team during that second three-peat, what was it like when you were going up against that Bulls team?
So tough to play against that team. Jordan is arguably the best player that's ever, laced them up. And Pippen was so tough offensively and rebounding. Rodman as well on the boards. And then you had guys in a system that was, just really too much. It's hard to say. Of course, in my opinion, having played against them, they're the best team of all time. But Bill Russell once told me, ghosts can't play, so don't get caught up in comparing errors that you really can't prove it. So, yeah, of course they're the best of all time to me, but it's fun watching these young kids play today.
Now here's Covington following the miss by Chris Dunn. Embiid with a screen on Levine. Screen by Saric. Covington wide open. He fires. Another 3 for Philadelphia. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Here's the floater.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Portis, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the 76ers. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Kick out to Levine. And the Bulls with another miss. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 12-4 run. Saric outside. And Bellinelli kicks to Simmons. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And stolen by Dunn. Here's the break. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on J.J. Redick.
I love seeing Dunn use his creative side to get these calls. He is simply amazing at putting defenders in a tough spot.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops. Lonley's checked in for the Bulls. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Booker's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title, but this current version just can't escape turmoil from within.
And stolen by Vonleh. Oh, good on that one. Great D that time from Redick. The 76ers have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Booker, a screen on Levine. Simmons dishes to Booker. Can't cash in from close range. And the Bulls finally committing, Greg, to a full rebuild this last offseason.
Yeah, and trading Butler was the start of it. I mean, they got some young players to build around and a pick, and won't be an easy road ahead, but one they felt they needed to make.
And Philadelphia has possession. The Bulls knocking down the 3, unloads from 13. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Booker's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Chicago leading. Here's Levine. He's got 16.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
And one of the pieces of the Jimmy Butler trade this offseason, Zach LaVine finds himself as a prime building block for a rebuilding team. The Bulls see him as a star of the future.
And rightfully so, even given the fact that he's recovering from the ACL surgery. LaVine is young and can grow his game with the team. Hard to get fair value for a player of Butler's ability, but LaVine is a great place to start. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And so LaVine nails both of them. The 76ers trail by 3. And Simmons kicks to Booker. There's the screen. It's Redick on the wing. Overdone. The shot by Redick, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Simmons.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good, LaVine. Chicago making a switch here. Valentine's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. No good on the second free throw. The 76ers trail by 4. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Now Bellinelli. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And checking out some numbers here for J.J. Redick. How last month turned out for him, averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
No good on that one. The 76ers making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in. And he's good on the second. So it's Chicago now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They set the pick. Embiid comes with a double team. Portis, that's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. Portis has got 7 points in the game.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play. He caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
Chicago leading by 3. LaVine with it. 19 points in the game. There's the call on Trevor Booker. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. You talk about a hired gun, and that's Marco Bellinelli, the Summer League legend, has hopped around, Chris, from team to team his whole career, it seems. But whenever he is on, he provides great shooting for whoever he's playing for.
Yeah, he opens up space and gives a scoring option off the bench. For his career, he has a great three-point shooting percentage, and teams know exactly what they're getting with Bellinelli.
And he may not be converting every chance he gets at the line, but at least he's creating those opportunities. Love the aggressiveness.
Jaren Grant, he's checked in for Chicago. Johnson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Good on the second free throw.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now here's Booker, 11 points in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Portis. David Nwaba is checked in for Levine. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The 76ers trail by 3. Pass to Luwawu. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Stolen by Grant. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Grant leading the charge. There's the pass to Portis. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Portis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Passes it to Luwawu. Johnson the screen. Here's Bellinelli. Booker right side. Pass to Luwawu. 6 on the shot clock. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Now here's Valentine. Bellinelli is covering. Over in the corner, Portis. Valentine wide open. He fires. His 3-pointers off the mark. The 76ers trail by 5. Feeds it to Booker. Now Bellinelli. Here's Johnson. That's short off the rim.
Hey, look, that's what they want. The ball is in his hands in the post. Just didn't have the touch that time.
They get it again. Vonleh's shot is good. And the Bulls lead by 7.
That's what every team needs. Guys getting after it on the offensive board.
Here's Luwawu. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. There's the pick. Now Bellinelli. Johnson. And he banks in the layup.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Grant outside. Pass to Nwaba. To the left wing. Now here's Valentine. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Valentine's got 6 points.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Paul Zipser, he's checked in for the Bulls. Then for the 76ers, Saric comes in for Trevor Booker, and Robert Covington subbed in for Bellinelli. And here's Covington. 5 points in the game. The pass to Luwawu. Connects from 3-point range.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Grant kicks to Zipser. Screen by Grant. Dishes it to Valentine. Passes it to Zipser. Expanding his range. Nailed from 3-point land. Zipser's got his second bucket of the game to go. The 76ers trail by 7. Pass to Luwawu. Up top, Covington. McConnell with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shoots over Grant. No dice from 9 feet out. Chicago leading by 7. Here's Zipser. Kicks to Valentine. Grant outside. Now here's Valentine. He's covered closely. Grant the pass to Nwaba. Here's Portis. The rebound by Luwawu. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Here's Šarić. No good off the back of the rim. Chicago has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Unloads from 13. The shot, no good. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Luwawu. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
He's the kind of player that even the best defense has no answer.
Grant kicks to Nwaba. Grant the pass to Nwaba. Grant outside. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Grant's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The 76ers shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Pass to Luwawu. Screen by Šarić. For 3, Covington. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
There's 18 seconds left in the third. Now Grant. He has 6. There's a good screen. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. With the tip. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Bulls lead by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Better contest, better contest. All right, keep getting the pace going, guys. We're getting great looks.
Fred Hoiberg happy with some of the shots they're getting, but still wanting better defense.
Yeah, I mean, their energy on offense hasn't been quite matched up on the other end. He's hoping that can even out.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Valentine out there with Grant. And it's Zipser in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Luwawu. No good on the shot. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. No good from Grant. The 76ers trail by 4. Covington with it. Now defended by Grant. Covington kicks to Šarić. And the pass to McConnell. Johnson the screen. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Covington with the bucket.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And Chicago shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Passes it to Zipser. He kicks it to Markkanen. Lopez inside. He's guarded by Johnson. Johnson with the block.
Oh, the rim protection from Johnson. One more thing that makes him special.
Here's Covington. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Zipser. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
Oh, you know there's no way that's going to get blocked. He just has to rise up and drain it.
Pass to Luwawu. Johnson against Lopez. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
The feed to Grant. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now.
And that's just an excellent, concentrated effort by him to come down with that rebound. Terrific work.
Pass to Luwawu. Screen by Saric. Covington dishes to Saric. Over Markkanen. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Out to the right wing. And it's sent back by Lopez. Markkanen passes to Grant. In the corner, Valentine with it. Lopez sets a screen for Valentine. Markkanen kicks to Grant. They set the pick. Poked away. Covington with the steal. The pass to Luwawu. Screen by Saric. McConnell in the corner. Now here's Covington. He's tightly guarded. The second chance effort. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
Stays with it. And Johnson able to finish the play. That's just outstanding.
Some changes for Chicago. Justin Holiday's checked in for Paul Zipser. Zach LaVine comes in for Denzel Valentine. And it's done in for Grant. And then for Philadelphia, Embiid, he's checked in for Saric. Redick comes in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. And it's Ben Simmons in for T.J. McConnell. That one misses for Johnson.
You see Amir Johnson, he's been trying to make the three-pointer a bigger part of his arsenal. You know, he was my rookie back in Detroit. He has such a slow windup, but if you give him space, he can make you pay.
Lopez, a screen on Covington. Here's Holiday. Got a piece of it. Covington against Holiday. Covington dishes to Embiid. Here's Simmons. Outside, Redick. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. And as well as Johnson shoots from outside, Chris, he's a fearsome finisher around the rim.
Well, this is what you want from him, to do more than shoot outside. Set a great screen, dive to the rim, finish strong.
Now here is Holiday. Lopez inside. Embiid's there. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Lopez is a long, wily guy. Remarkable at utilizing his size, especially inside, where he has the respect of the defense.
Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and Greg get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but you know that could change. He says he's working on a three-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brook can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Maybe. And he makes the first. Saric is checked in for the 76ers. That one falls, so he hits both of them. So it's Philadelphia now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Embiid the screen. Here's Covington. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Covington's got 5 points now this quarter. The Bulls have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Outside, LaVine. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
Outside, Redick. Embiid with a screen on Levine. Saric outside. Just 5 on the clock. He feeds it to Simmons. Over Holiday. No good from Simmons. Chicago leading. Now, here's Dunn. He dishes it to Lopez. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Dunn passes to Levine. Markkanen sets the pick for Levine. Shoots off the screen. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist by Levine. And it's 13 points for Lauri Markkanen. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Redick kicks to Covington. The dish to Simmons. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Oh, no answer for Simmons, a tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
On the free throw, no good.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
Oh boy, looks like he was injured there.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
I'm not a doctor, but nothing about that play screams minor injury. Obviously, this could be a real concern.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Dunn dishes to Markkanen. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Redick for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Markkanen's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Levine. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Levine. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Richaun Holmes. And so he makes both from the line. And Philadelphia has possession. Trailing by 2. And here's McConnell. Feeds to Simmons. Back to McConnell. Embiid the screen. 6 to shoot. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Over Lopez. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. The Bulls have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. Now here's Markkanen. Guarded by Simmons. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
Bulls making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Embiid the screen. There's a screen. Dishes to Covington. Shot clock at 5. They get it back. Can't connect from short range.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Drains it from beyond the arc. Levine's got 10 points here in the second half.
And the height Dunn possesses is what allows him to see the floor so well. So good at setting up his guys for quality shots.
Now, here's McConnell. And Redick kicks to Simmons. Good D by Lopez.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
Done with it. Kicks to Levine. And Embiid with the block. They got him on the arm, but it still can. Embiid. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Johnson comes in for Joel Embiid. And it's Anderson in for T.J. McConnell.
One shot.
So it's Philadelphia now. 6-point game. Anderson the screen. Covington passes to Simmons. It's deflected. Holiday left side. Bangs home the trifecta. Holiday's got the lead up to 9 now for Chicago.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Philadelphia has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Johnson with a screen on Levine. Anderson the screen. Five to shoot. To end the run. And there's Redick. That's good on the assist by Anderson. And that's now 18 points for J.J. Redick. Here's Dunn to the paint. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Good work there as it goes. And the Bulls lead by 9.
There's only so much the D can do defensively. Lopez is extremely talented down in the paint.
Covington setting the pick for Redick. Covington kicks to Simmons. That's tipped. Here's Portis. Outside Holiday. There's 1:54 left in the game. Here's Levine. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. And it's an 11-point Bulls lead.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent fit.
Oh, yeah, by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
And stolen by Dunn. Levine kicks to Dunn. Kick to Levine. It's tipped and stolen by Redick. We've got 1:23 left in the game. Foul call that time. That'll get 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. So skilled at making the D feel nervous when he has to rock.
the first, and that brings them to within 10. And Philadelphia makes a change here. Booker's checked in. Second pass misses.
Everyone wins critical now. You can't afford to let this opportunity pass by.
And Levine, here you go. And he got the whistle, so a three-point opportunity.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself in this deep a hole. Very little time now to climb up.
What's up?
The free throw, no good. The 76ers trail by 12.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge tonight. It will be a win by a large margin for Chicago.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. Win number 21 on the season.
They walk out of here feeling really good about themselves. They win over a conference foe. They split their previous games.
And while there were some performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Chris Dunn.
He knows the fast basketball tonight, playing system picking pockets.
They set the screen. Levine to get ready. Johnson from Rell. Lopez finds him. That's good. Levine with the assist. And the Warriors right by 10. Timeout call. 76ers. They're behind by 10. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's your thoughts.
This is what happens when you get yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
They can only blame themselves if you miss opportunities and miscue they like to have back. All that stuff.
On Jordan for the game. Levine.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. Pace control, every aspect of this game. It's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
The charge tonight was just that type of breakout performance they needed. If they try to shake out the slump they've been in, they'll be hoping he has more nights in just like this one. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Booker is screen on nine. Here's Woo. Charging from outside. One passes his right. And so Chicago takes this one by a margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olin. This is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.